Hi everyone, it's Sharon Research Pottery, and today I'm going to do a little video on how I slip trail a rim. I've been asked to do this by a couple of people, so here we go. Just so you know, for the past 20 minutes I've been walking around shaking my bottles of slip, making sure that there's no air holes in them, like air bubbles, and I want it to be smooth so it doesn't spit. I use a little pin, stainless steel, to keep the tip undone. And I take a piece of tiny paper plate and just make sure it's nice and smooth. So I do that with both. Today I'm using black and white slip. So paper plates are great place to test. I've been asked if I measure or draw on my rims. I do not. See? What I do is I wet them down a little bit. So I just trimmed this. I just trimmed it. And so it's leather hard, but I really want the slip to absorb and sink in. And so a little bit of just a little damp sponge really helps with absorption when you're slip trailing. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully you can see this. And this is in real time today. And I tend to go in the same direction, all the same direction, and then flip directions. Just kind of gets your mojo going the same way. And I have a sponge sitting here at the bottom here, and every once in a while I just tap my tip onto the sponge. I don't know why. It's just what I do. It helps it. I guess it helps it from clogging. And this is just freehand. Now I'm going the other direction. And that's basically what I do. If it clogs a little bit, just a stainless steel pin, a straight pin for sewing. Just make sure it's stainless steel, because if you leave a pin in that's not, it will rust. And just clean it out and give it a good shake. Test it again. Okay. So I do that intermittently. I'll pull this way. And just and I'm just squeezing the bottle evenly. I suppose it's just a feel. If you keep doing it, you'll get the feel for it. That's good. And now I'm gonna add a little bit, add some dots first. I'm big on dots. And I'm not worried about it having to be, you know, perfectly the same. It's a freehand design, so you know, that's what it is. So I don't worry about it being exactly the same all the way around. It all kind of flows together, and that's just how I do it. Now I'm going to add some white because this set of plates has black and white, so I shook this up before, give it a little dab on the paper plate, and we'll go for some white dots. And if you squeeze harder, you get bigger dots. If you squeeze, you know, lighter and faster, you get smaller dots. You do want to make sure that the tops of the dots aren't sharp. So when they're kind of set up in like, I don't know, half hour, I'll just go in with a wet fingertip and touch them all to make sure that nothing's sharp. Because I've had that happen, they get sharp. I mean, they get sharp enough to actually make garlic graters, and that works great. But I don't want them sharp on a plate. So here we go. And the plate is sitting on top of a, what's it called, a banding wheel. So I'm just spinning it from underneath with my left hand. And then when I'm done with the dots, I'll step back and take a look and see if I want to add anything. It's really easy to go crazy with slip trailing and put too much, because it's really fun to do. But I think that's it. And there you have it. That's how I slip trail. Just so you know, these bottles are really old. They are from Spectrum, and they're from their Raised Accent, RAC, colored slips. That's what it is. They're old. I buy giant pints and I just refill them. I mean, this one's so old it doesn't even have a label anymore. And these little tips come off. They used to sell them with the bottles. I don't know if they do anymore. So that's it. And thanks for watching. And have fun slip trailing. Bye-bye.